good thing about Class C's, right, why a lot of people like Class C's, and out of all motorhomes we see at campgrounds and on the road, Class C's are the most.
A ton of them.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things, as we said, as we go throughout this, that are just at this price point, we're surprised that they have these features.
Yep, this is definitely going to be more affordable for the population. Hey everyone, Izzy from Endless RV, and we are out at Myers RV Supercenter in Branchville, New Jersey. Behind me is a really awesome entry-level Class C. It is loaded with features that we're going to show you throughout this video that you don't see on most Class C's. So let's start right up front. What do we have? We have a Forest River Sunseeker 3050S. This is above 30 foot, north of 30 foot motorhome. We'll get into all the specs as we go on throughout the video, but let's start right up here on the driver's side front. You are on the E450 Ford chassis, the Super Duty chassis. This is going to have the 7.3 liter Godzilla engine from Ford. That is what they're coming in at, V8. With that Godzilla engine, you are going to get 350 horsepower, 468 pounds of torque, 7.3 liters, 6-speed transmission on here. This also has a 7,500 pound tow capacity, which is actually more than ours, which is pretty awesome. So let's start right up front. You see you have the Hankook tires on aluminum wheels, 225 75 16s. Now, when you have a smaller tire, it's much cheaper to change. You can get this at any big box auto store. They will have these tires for you most of the time right in stock. Not a big deal. Like when you get into something like a big motorhome, you got to go truck tires, way more expensive.
And they're a lot harder to take off.
And they're a lot more expensive. Looking at the front cap here, you can see this is not a one-piece molded like you would see in some of the higher end Class C's, but when we talk about the MSRP, this is definitely going to be more affordable for the population. It's an entry-level Class C. Now, this one here does not have full body paint, but that is an option for the Sunseekers. You can see the windows. You have your classic windows. These are not frameless windows. You see the seam here. You're going to see this throughout. There are gutters. See, they actually put a gutter extension.
Yeah, there's an extension.
We
had to add that on ours.
Yeah, we had to add that on ours. The good thing about Class C's, right, why a lot of people like Class C's, and out of all motorhomes we see at campgrounds and on the road, Class C's are the most.
There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got entry to the cab. All right, so you have 3 points of access to get inside. Driver's side on the other side, passenger side, and of course, the entry to the house portion. Here's one cool thing they do, entry level. You got your fiberglass step, right? You don't see this a lot, but at entry level, you're getting that, which is really nice. Makes everything easier to get in. You have your grab handle. Moving along down the driver's side, here's another nice feature. You have your blind spot camera. You turn your signal light on side. Inside, there's going to be a camera, a screen, and it's going to show right lane, left lane, rear camera. That way, when you're going down the road, you have a lane change. You can see in any of your blind spots. All right, so let's go into the first bay. Now, this is kind of always, this is the Achilles heel, right? For Class C's and B's, it's the storage, but there's actually some pretty good storage on here. First bay is going to be the propane. Small propane tank. There is an onboard generator here. We'll show that a little later, but it's 9.7 gallons of propane. That is what's going to run your heat. 41-pound propane tank. Let's go into bay number 2, and you see there's a decent amount of storage here. It's got like that rotocast finish, so nothing's going to rot in here. Fiberglass doors, and you have the double latches, and they lock, which is always a nice thing. You can see the decals here. Right here, this is going to be behind the couch when you go inside. You have a nice slider window so you can get cross ventilation. You can also see what I'm under. I'm under a pretty large awning. There's LED light strip inside. Let me show you. And you can see you have your LED light strip as well as an LED entry light. Now these are all fiberglass walls, bonded fiberglass walls. You're also going to have here your 6-gallon Dometic direct fired. MJ hates when I say hot water heater. Water heater. I've been corrected many times. This is going to be pretty much entry level on most units for this price. Here's going to be your Suburban furnace exhaust. And then also you see here, you get double outlets, GFCI protected outlets. You will notice it here, it says Ride Right Air Helper Springs. You're also going to have the Hellwig sway bar. This coach comes standard with upgraded Bilstein shocks. You have Hellwig sway bars, which are more heavy duty, is going to help going down the road. Also, you have the Ride Right Helper Springs in the back, which you can add air to adjust the amount of sway control you have and for comfort. Let's go into the next bay. Some more storage here. Now, not huge storage, but it is a Class C, but it's still with the rotocast.
But don't let that fool you, because you are going to get
It's going to get bigger, believe me. It's getting a little larger as we move further back. Now here you can see the one input here. If you want to fill up those helper springs, you'll have one here on the driver's side, on the passenger side, another one on the driver's side. And then look what else you have. Something at this price point. Here's going to be your connection when you winterize, but look, you have a whole house filtration system, which you normally don't get on a lot of coaches. We don't even have that on our coach.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, as we said, as we go throughout this, that are just at this price point. We're surprised that they have these features.
Yep. Over here you have your fill for your tanks, and we'll talk about the tank spec. That's going to be fresh water. We'll talk about what the specs are for this unit.
Look at this.
Now here, nice little clip to hold your fiberglass door up. Now, I'm just going to be straight with you guys. This is a pretty thin fiberglass door. It's not too heavy, but again, it's entry level. You're not going to get the big aluminum doors. But look at the space that you have here. Pass-through storage, pretty awesome. Yeah, and if you look, they have drain plugs. So if you want to throw stuff in here, kayak, whatever, you have drain plugs for that. Go ahead.
You are going to see, you get this nice pass-through storage, but you are going to feel it when you get into the bedroom.
There is a step up in the bedroom, but one other thing I want to point out here, you do have LED light. So light everything up.
I would love if they had the magnetic hold for that, but
I'm sure you could add that if you want.
Yeah, probably.
One thing I was really impressed with is that this has blind lane detection, right? So it's actually going to be the Voyager lane detection. So this is actually radar. You'll see it on each side. And if you start to leave your lane, it's going to alert you. You'll see this on high-end coaches. Come standard on here. Pretty awesome. Now, coming to the rear, there is no cap. You just have the fiberglass wall here. There is kind of a piece of fiberglass bumper going over it. 7,500 pound hitch, and this will tow 7,500 pounds. Also on the roof, there's going to be one air conditioner. This is a 30 amp coach. Now, we are kind of stepping in a little bit of, it's a weird day out here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's February and it's like almost 60 degrees. So everything is just melting. Yeah. So you guys kind of have to deal with it.
Now you mentioned that about the 30 amps too. It is solar ready.
Yeah, well, yeah, I actually, if you look over here, I totally missed that. You'll see, well, they call it solar ready, right? Here's your ZAMP solar connections right here.
Yep.
So I don't know how many actual watts of solar you can get.
Right.
I'm not quite sure.
But just so you know, it's
a lot of times that's used very loosely, the term. I like this, you know, the ladder built in. I always like that.
Is it sturdy? Check those top screws. All right.
No, it's sturdy. It's good. And actually, I believe this feels like a fiberglass roof. I have to look at that. It's textured. You have max air fan with the cover on top, a skylight, and several other, it actually looks like there's three.
You want to take this, hun?
It looks like there's 3 exhaust fans on here. If you look, you have 1, 2, and then another one up front. You have the wine guard, your air conditioner, quite a lot of
all right, do your pull-ups.
fans. MJ wants me to do this, and I'm like,
come on, you need,
hon, come on. This like really hurts me when I do
if
this.
the ladder fell, that would be bad. It's so
what
hard.
What happens, I scrape my legs on this thing.
Now look, hang your feet on the ladder. Oh gosh.
I told you I shouldn't have done that. All right, LED lights in the rear as far as your brake lights, marker lights. You also have your camera right there, and it looks like it does have infrared also. You can see the little infrared. So at nighttime, you can see everything in black and white. But before we move any further, this video is sponsored by NSA Tow Bar. Now, if you have a motorhome like this, or a motorhome like we do, or any kind of motorhome, you're probably gonna wanna flat tow a vehicle, and the easiest way to do that is with NSA Tow Bars. Why do we say that? Well, we've had ours now for almost a year. We hook up in 5 minutes, we unhook in 5 minutes, and it is 30 to 40% less than the competition, and it works freaking great. Made in the USA, in Kansas, business over 30 years, but what's even better is that if you use the discount code ENDLESS5, you get an additional 5% off. How can you beat that, right? And it's super simple with the surge braking. That's what we prefer. So if you're looking for a flat tow, NSA Tow Bars is the way to go. All right, now going down the driver's side, you can see it's a 1-slide coach, but it's an extremely large slide. It pretty much runs down the whole driver's side of this coach. 30 amp, here's your connection. There's no power reel, there's no automatically, you know, one that's attached permanent. You're gonna have to plug your power cord in there, and then here's your connection for cable, which I had it open before. Here's your connection for cable. Now this is just gonna be the other side of that large pass-through storage. You can see rather large. Also have the drain port in here. same as the other side. Now, another thing that you get at this price point, if you look at the slide, it has a slide topper. Pretty awesome. You don't get that in a lot of coaches, never mind something at this price point. Let's go to the next, and here's gonna be your wet bay. You have an outdoor shower, both hot and cold, LED light. Here is going to be your black water flush, and then your city water connection. And then look, I like this. All your dumps are tucked up high, right? So they're protected from the elements. And then if you look over here, here's gonna be the other side for so your ride right. You can fill up if you want, and there's your 30 amp cord. That will come with this coach. Here's gonna be your fuel fill up, regular unleaded gas, 55-gallon tank on here. Let us continue.
Long storage.
Well, yeah, this is a big one.
You need like an eagle's reach to be able to open that.
Yeah. So decent storage here. Now, it does, obviously you can't get the pass-through because you have the drive shaft running to the rear. Not possible, but they do give you a decent amount of storage on here. Next one up front, same as the other side, small storage. And then here's a nice thing, and you're always gonna want this. If you can get it on a motorhome, always a good thing. Onan quiet gas 4,000 watt generator. Again, 30 amp coach, so 4,000 watts is more than enough. We're actually gonna fire it up when we go inside, and it's very quiet, very, very quiet. Actually, I missed something right here. There's a door, and there's extra storage, but you'll see when you go inside, they give you a garbage can.
But it's cool that you can open it from the outside and just dump it. If you're at a campground, just pull it out and
definitely
empty it out.
A good idea. Lots of windows going down on the driver's side, so you can get a lot of ventilation. Here's another window for your front bunk. You'll see everything open up when we go inside. Before we go inside, let me just read you some of the specs, okay? So the GVWR gross vehicle weight rating, 14,500 pounds. The combined GCWR, 22,000 pounds. You have a rear axle, 9,600 pounds. Front is 5,000. 55 gallons on the fuel. The LP tank, like I told you, 41 pounds. The overall length, 3111. The height, 11 feet and 3 inches. The width is 101. Freshwater tank, 44 gallons. Gray, 39. Black, 39, and the awning size is 18 feet. So I am done on the outside. MJ is going to take you on the inside with the slide closed and then with the slide open.
All right, join me inside. So you can hear the generators going. So as you walk in, they actually have a couple coat hooks here, which is always helpful because there's never anywhere really to hang those coats right when you come in. Next to that, you're gonna have all your controls, your tank levels, your generator, your battery levels, and your slide control. Then down below, you're going to have your leveling system here.
Awning and the awning lights.
Your awning, yes. And you
have
also have a light here, an entry light.
Whole house disconnect for the battery also.
Yep. All right, come on in. All right, so right now I'm standing in the center of the coach. You can see this with the slide closed, so the slide is to my left. You have a decent amount of space, fully functional, everything here. I'm gonna walk down so you can see how the space is. It's a little tight right here, but also you can use the bed, you can use the bathroom. Everything is functional with the slide closed. So now we're gonna open it up and show you what it really looks like. All right, let's start up in the cab area. So you have your bunk above the cab. This is a 440-pound weight limit. I think a decent sized sleeping area. You've got your privacy curtain here. And then also up here is gonna be your TV. This is gonna be the main TV for the living area. So this will pull out. This is a decent size, okay? You've got windows on either side as you saw outside. All right, if you are a super tall person, this may not be the best for you because I'm 5'9". It's I don't want to say tight, but if I had a few more inches on me, it might be a little challenging getting in here. What I do love about the Class C's is you do feel just like you're in a truck. I feel like I'm driving your Ram, right? Very simple, very basic dash up here. So you have power locks, power windows. So this is a 9-inch screen that is, you can use this with Apple CarPlay and Android as well. All right, you have a number of USBs here. Here's all your controls. These are not powered seats, just so you know, they do swivel. You're gonna get all your, as Izzy mentioned, your rear view camera, your side view cameras will be on your Sony screen here. If you're enjoying the video so far, we invite you to hit the subscribe button below, hit the notification bell so you know when we release new videos or go live. Also, if you're on Facebook, we have a Facebook group called Endless RVing, RVers Coming Together. Come join us. We can't wait to see you there. And last but not least, we have launched as of March 1st a brand new Endless RVing newsletter. This is going to have tips, tricks, all different announcements, travels, everything that you could want to know about Endless RVing. It's free. The link will be below, so sign up there and join us. All right, moving down, right above, you're gonna have one of 3 fans in here, which is pretty great for a 30-foot coach. So you have 2.
31 foot.
30 and some change. So you have the 2 in here, and then you're gonna have 1 in the bathroom. This coach is going to sleep 8. It's marketed as sleeping 8. So this is a jackknife sofa here, and right above that, you're going to have some storage space. You have some outlets in there, USB, more storage up above. Here's your radio and your speakers, interior speakers.
There are
right
exterior
above the cab.
speakers also by the awning. There are exteriors.
Yeah, that's a nice radio. All right, across the way, here's you have your bench dinette. You do have some storage underneath on each side. This also is going to convert to a sleeping area. This table does come down, and then you have more storage up above. Pretty deep storage.
Yeah, this is pretty decent.
And a lot of these hinges, you have soft close. So this is another feature on here. Again, at this price point, there's little things that stick out that you wouldn't expect to see on something like this. So that's a cool perk. And across both sides from the couch and the dinette, you have those nice open windows that they are not frameless windows. You can open them, you get some nice breeze going. And they have a lot of light coming, and you see the amount of light coming into the skylight right above, which you can close, close there with a little blind. But that's bringing in a lot of light. Next, kitchen area. Now, cool little perks in here. As you can see, Izzy's charging his phone. So there's a wireless charger right here.
That's pretty awesome.
All right, yeah. You do have the extension for the counter, which is nice. So you have some extra counter space right there. This is a large basin sink.
There is a lot of countertop space for a small motorhome.
Yes. And now here in this area, this is where we showed you outside where you had that garbage can. So dump away in there. Just be careful. This does fit through here. So I dropped it through before, so you just have to be careful with that. Coming around, well, first you have a GFCI outlet here. You have a lot of storage under the sink. That's a big storage space. And then you have a stack of drawers here. And again, soft clothes. Like it's kind of surprising on here, but that's pretty awesome. So you have 4 of those. Then up above, you have more storage. So it's basically all the way down the living and kitchen area of this slide where you have that storage. Moving into, again, more counter space. You have a 3-burner, which is nice. I love the more burners. 3-burner, flush glass, cooktop, and then underneath you're going to have your microwave with the convection oven. So that's great.
I like how they did that. Like they kind of made it like an oven. That's
yeah.
cool idea.
Yeah, it's neat. Just all the flooring is vinyl, pretty basic. Here you're gonna have, this is a 12-volt fridge. One thing I'm gonna say about this, now it doesn't bother me, but like for example, my good friend Stacy from You in the RV, she would be like, I can't reach the top shelf of that freezer, right? So this is a high set freezer. Now I can reach this, but if you have people that are not as tall as me, it's gonna be challenging. Cool, it's a 12 volt. Anyway, just to make note of that. And then moving right to the side of it, you're gonna have a pantry, which does have a lock on it for during travel.
Good idea.
It's not gonna come flying out.
That's a large pantry.
A lot of space to keep. Let's close that in. Yeah, that should just be standard on every drawer, pantry, whatever. Now we're heading up. Now this is where actually, if you look outside, you see the slide lifts, okay? And also you were able to see, because of that pass-through storage that you're getting, you are going to get less room in the bedroom area. So here is the door closing off. Oh, and I'm starting the stove. All right, so you have.
But that's actually another nice feature.
Door.
You don't see in a lot of Class C's. Is like
it could be a curtain or something. Yeah. So that's nice. So you have a split bath. Now I know some people love that, some don't. Small sink.
Can I address a comment that some people make?
Yeah.
And this is a very simple solution. So if you just want to hold this here.
Yeah.
We had this comment on a couple of coaches we've done with this separate bath, and what they say is that they don't like the toilet without being able to wash their hands because they have to
touch
the doorknob,
right.
but my suggestion is just wipe it down with like a Lysol.
Yeah, you
like,
could
it's
just
a real
clean.
simple
Yeah, just keep wipes
solution.
there and clean it off. Yeah, I mean it's a I understand what people are saying. So now you have 2 medicine cabinets, large area there, and you have some GFCI outlets here. You do have some storage underneath, decent sized drawer space, and also soft clothes. And there's a cabinet there. You can keep towels or things in there. Tiny bath, but what I do like, check this out. You have some.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You can hang towels here. You also have some hooks here, and here's your 3rd fan. Not a huge area. This is a plastic toilet, pedal flush. All right, and then the shower. This is small. 5'9". I want you actually to get in here. Pretty basic shower, but I'm looking. I call this the elf shower. Well, let me see you get in there.
The thing is, you're getting a full bath versus a wet bath.
Right.
But they were smart to put the skylight here,
gives some
so
room. Yep.
I'm at least able.
So you're 6'1" and you're fitting.
Yeah.
But if you're like a
Definitely.
6'4" guy, it's going to be tough.
Then
But you're going to be getting a 5th wheel.
You're not going to be getting a Class C, exactly.
Right. All right. So now here's another. So you have that door that closes off the bedroom area, but here is your slide closure for the bedroom. So you have that, and then you have your bedroom area. Now again, this is where the space suffers a little bit because you have that pass-through storage underneath. You have a queen bed here, nice large open windows here, which is great. Here's your emergency exit. On this side of the bed, you have some drawers on that side over there, and then over here you have open storage, okay? So you can put some items in there, which is great. You have your reading lights up above, which actually have USBs.
That's a little weird though.
So think you're laying in bed and you're on your phone, you're plugging and the wires just go swinging from the wire. A lot of storage in here, which is great. You have 2 wardrobes with hanging space up top. Now on this one over here, I'll show you this little one, some shelving there. Here you have a light that actually turns on, a motion sensor light.
Oh, I like what they have, the hooks.
And you actually have access to your bypass valves and things right back there. Yeah, so the hooks are great because you can use it as an actual closet. I don't know if I said if there were 3 fans before. There's actually 4 fans in here. And here's your 4th.
So like we said, a lot of cool features for something of a kind of an entry-level Class C.
Yeah, very entry level.
So what is the price on this?
So the MSRP is $116,197.
Of course, that is an MSRP.
Not what you're gonna pay.
That is negotiable. If you are interested in this or really any other Class C or RV, you want to contact Terry from Myers RV in Branchville, New Jersey, if you're in the area, or there's Myers all over the place, so they can set you up wherever you want. We'll put that information below.
In the comments below, put if you have a Class C, if you have a Sunseeker, what's been your experience with it? Do you like them?
And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.